Some Butte residents narrowly avoided getting run over by an angry motorist last night. New this morning how it happened and how police are responding.
Active, realistic training in case of the worst case scenario. I'm Cody Boyer here on the campus of MSU, taking part in that training.
Good morning to you. Welcome to your Wednesday. I'm Missy O'Malley with Chet Lehman. Carson Vickroy has our forecast here in just a moment. Matt Elwell is off today. News story for you this morning. A group of young people had a terrifying experience in Butte last night, claiming that a woman tried to mow them down with her vehicle.
Yeah, the incident occurred in the parking area just below Big Butte, where about 20 young people were gathered around 10:30 when a woman drove up claiming to be the new sheriff in town. She was burning sage, making strange comments, started to punch some of the young people. She then got into her vehicle, drove around crashing into parked vehicles, and then tried to hit the bystanders.
And she just comes right at us. Just right at us. Had no remorse at all. I froze like a deer in headlights, and the last second I moved. If I wouldn't have moved, she would have went right over the top of me, but I got clipped on the side.
Now, police engaged in a pursuit with that suspect, but provided no further details, saying the case is still under investigation. We, of course, will update this story for you later today, 5:30, 10 o'clock, and online.
Speaking of updates, let's talk about wildfires here for a moment. We have been seeing plenty of lightning storms in the past few days, and those, of course, have now sparked some fires.
2 new fire starts have been reported up Lolo Creek, close to the Montana-Idaho border. West Fork Lolo 2 fire, located about a mile southwest of Lolo Hot Springs, that's near the Lee Creek campground, is approximately 4 acres. That fire expected to be fully contained by this evening. Now, the 15-acre Wagon Mountain fire, located within 2 miles of Lolo Pass Visitor Center, that fire burning in previously logged area and new regeneration. Due to the complexity in fire behavior, a Type 3 incident command is managing that blaze. No evacuations are in effect at this time.
And the Biscoff fire north of Missoula is burning nearly 350 acres, and it remains at 0% contained. Overall, there are over 300 people assigned to this battle with the lightning-caused fire, which continues to burn in the Rattlesnake National Recreational Area. Missoula Ranger District says that trail and other closures are being expanded for public safety as heavy machinery and crews move into that area.
Also, fire officials say the horsefly fire burning east of Lincoln has consumed nearly nearby Black Diamond fire. That fire, reported just after noon Monday, quickly spread. And it's burning it down in dead beetle kill timber. Fire officials estimate it's burned around 500 acres so far. Evacuations remain for Flesher Acres. That's on both sides of Highway 279 because of heavy fire traffic. People should avoid the area and, of course, avoid Flesher Pass. In related news, the state of Montana will pay those volunteer firefighters that fought the North Hills fire last week outside of Helena. Montana DNRC hired those firefighters under their emergency firefighter program. They will be paid for their hours spent fighting that fire from noon on July 26th through midnight on August 1st. The mutual aid partners that responded to that fire will also be able to be paid for the use of their fire trucks. That's great news.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Because that fire quickly got out of hand.
Yeah, and the volunteer fire department's the first to respond, so it's great that they're going to get a little compensation.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Now, also new today, if you are looking for a way to protect your home from wildfires, one solution is being promoted, but it may not be the exact answer.
Yeah, the district attorney for Santa Barbara County, California has filed legal action against a wildfire protection company that claims it can make a home fire resistant.
Now, the action seeks at least $5 million. Casey Drescher has more.
Hi there.
Santa Barbara County District Attorney Joyce Dudley says it's not a matter of if, but when and how bad, which is why she says several months ago a commercial for Sunfire Defense's SPF 3000 clear spray frightened her.
I was immediately concerned that this was a predatory company trying to take advantage of our community's justifiable fear.
Dudley is filing an enforcement action against Sunseeker Enterprises, which operates Sunfire Defense, along with owner James Mosley.
The defendants have violated the false advertising law, the California greenwashing law, and the unfair competition law.
Dudley and her team obtained a sample of the product in question and had a third-party engineering firm run tests. The suit alleges the company made false and misleading advertising claims about
effectiveness of the product, how long it lasts once it's on your home, the toxicity and hazardousness of the product, as well as on the different types of substrates on which it's effective.
The company says SPF 3000 can provide protection against heat and embers up to 3,000 degrees for 5 years. Developed in collaboration with NASA and the U.S. Forest Service.
Many products out on the market today are used by fire agencies, specifically gel products, but there's a requirement to apply the gel in close proximity to the time the fire hits it or reactivate that gel. This is not such a product.
Mosley maintains that the product works and has been tested by multiple agencies and witnessed by seasoned fire officials. On Monday, he said they've helped save homes with no complaints.
I'm afraid someone's going to buy this product, put it on their house, and stay in their house just a little too long because they have the belief that their house is safe.
Firefighters say there is no silver bullet when it comes to fire prevention.
It's hard to be, it's hard to be too careful, but something like that, what a fascinating idea.
For sure.
Yep.
6:35 now. Meteorologist Carson Victoria joins us. Those hot, dry afternoons that we had been having of late, not quite as bad as they were. That's good news for our fire danger. I mean, it's still out there, but it's not nearly as severe as it was here a week ago.
Yeah, I mean, no red flag warning so far this week, and that is great news, especially for this time of year. However, there are wildfires burning across the Pacific Northwest. Fire and smoke, yeah, it's going to be possible, light to medium today, but certainly not as bad as what we've seen in the past and not as bad as what we saw this past year and the year before. Now, that being said, air quality, it's good to moderate, which is good news, but if you are very sensitive to that smoke, go ahead and be careful today because, again, we have that smoke out there. Temperatures in the 80s this afternoon for Bozeman. Similar story for Butte. Best chance of storms today will be after 3 o'clock this afternoon. We'll talk more about that and the better chance for more significant rainfall that's coming up on Montana this morning. Missy?
Thank you for that, Carson. To the national scene now. Just days after two massive shooting tragedies claimed the lives of dozens of people, Montana State University police and other agencies teamed up together for a training situation for one that might hit closer to home.
MTN's Cody Boyer was able to take part in that exercise and has our report.
MSU Campus Police, as well as other agencies, are all using Roski Hall as a training hub, all to prepare for the worst. Now, this is an annual training, all sponsored by the FBI. MSU Police Chief Frank Parrish says each active shooter scenario resonates even deeper following what happened over the weekend.
Hey, give us your hands! Let me see your hands! Show us your hands!
Officers have to be aggressive, they have to go towards the shooter, and they have to stop the killing as quickly as possible.
Calls of violence like in El Paso, Texas, or Dayton, Ohio, the kind no one wants to hear. Those are the calls police have to be ready for.
Unfortunately, in this day and age, school shootings and public shootings are part of what's going on.
A poignant realization, according to MSU Dean of Students Matt Kairos. Trainings like these are necessary.
Anybody else in here? Can you speak up?
It's critical. MSU being ready and having the ability to respond, we're talking nearly 17,000 young people in a very confined space.
We're actually using ammunition called simunitions.
From the type of bullets to the screams, the scenarios are designed this way for a reason.
Since Columbine, law enforcement response to active shooters has changed dramatically. We no longer can wait for backup, and so an officer may have to go in solo and engage an active shooter, and that's why this training is so important.
Just being a part of one drill shows the intensity, a fraction of what it would be like for the real thing.
It does hurt when you get hit with those rounds, and it's designed to hurt for a reason. We want officers to understand that there's consequences for a bad decision.
Now, as you can see, these trainings, these sessions that they're doing are highly realistic. I'm wearing all of this for my own safety. These scenarios train them in case the worst happens, they can act quickly. Being ready as a team, answering the most terrifying calls. Chief Parrish says all they can do is stay ahead of any future danger.
I don't have the words to describe how I feel every time I see one of these active shooter news stories. It breaks my heart, and it makes me wonder, where are we headed as a nation? And what are we going to do to stop this?
Now, this training will continue until Thursday. At Montana State University, Cody Boyer, MTN News.
Let's stay on campus here for just a moment. If you have driven through the campus area at Montana State University, of course you've noticed there's a lot of construction going on.
And some of that construction affecting traffic. A portion of Grant between 11th and University Strand Union building will be closed, while Romney Hall is under construction. On campus, there's also a stormwater project on 11th and College, which has closed the southern part of that roundabout. And the city currently working on Lincoln, which also making it difficult to get across campus.
So everywhere you go,
So basically,
pack your patience.
good luck getting there and good luck getting back out. Get a map.
Maybe it's time to get your roller skates out.
Streamline.
Streamline.
They
That's
know
the way
road.
to do it.
Yeah, there you go.
Certainly.
There you go.
We have to take a quick break.